Hello everyone, Scott here. Hope you've had a great Christmas, a great new year, and welcome to 2020. I'm not going to labour that point because we've all heard it so many times, making 2020 the best year ever. I want to go on to the purpose of this video, which is to announce our new branding. So we've had a very subtle change to the branding. This here is something I've been working hard on, and it looks very simple, and it looks similar to what we have at the moment. But I want to discuss why this is important, why this best represents Pillow, and what we're going to be trying to do over the next few years. So this was the branding. I know I wanted it Duckhead Blue, and this was 4 years ago when I was thinking about setting up Pillow. I wanted it holiday home, beachy, and that was the colour we went for. I found that font and I wanted that font. The designers came up with loads of rubbish to do with pillows and beds, and none of it looked quite right. So essentially I came up with the thing of making it a sunset and making it duck egg blue, and this is kind of how it evolved by accident. It was me, but I wanted something that didn't really mean anything. So this does mean something, although it's very simple and is just literally a hexagon. It isn't, but it means so much more. So let me tell you a little bit of story behind what this means. So it's all to do with what we want to be doing this year and moving onwards, how we're going to build Pillow, and how everyone within that family is going to massively benefit. So we had 4 core values, we now have 6. So we've added another couple. One of the new ones is stronger together. And you can see this little honeycomb type thing here, because hive things like ants and bees all work together. They don't work against each other. They're working to build something under a common goal. And this is what we want to do with Pillow. So this little hexagon represents a stronger together type thing. We're building something together. You see, I know from having one property at one point, one owner with one property is never going to be able to compete in the next few years with big management agencies and landlords with multiple properties under a large portfolio. The next 3 years, I think, is going to be really tough for the serviced accommodation industry as more people enter the market, as things get tougher, as we get regulated. There's more competitions for eyeballs and all the OTAs, and it's going to be harder and harder to get those direct bookings. Why? Because there's going to be double, treble the amount of properties there, with a very steady increase in the demand for serviced accommodation. So this means that everybody is working against each other. We want to be stronger together. We want everyone within the Pillow family to get massive better returns than people working themselves, so we can pool our resources. So if we take Glasgow, for example, I think we might have 64, 68 properties we have in Glasgow city centre and outskirts of Glasgow. If you're one person with one property trying to fight against us with our resources, it's going to be very hard. You're probably not going to get those direct bookings. We're going to have lots of properties we can cross-sell on all the online travel agents. We'll have better connections to the companies to get corporate lets. We'll have better connections with the online travel agents. We can upsell other properties and swap people about. It's going to be hard for one person with one property to compete. But we don't want people to compete. We want everyone within the family to take the advantages of our marketing budget, so you don't need to be investing in direct booking websites, worrying about taking credit card payments, putting thousands of pounds into resources, Google AdWords, Facebook ads to try and get your one property let, when if you think of Glasgow, we would have 64 times that budget. In fact, it's multiple times more than 64 because we're a larger company with other income streams coming in. So the stronger together, everybody working within the family, meaning that people without that family shouldn't get the benefits that we do. So this is essentially what I'm trying to build with Pillow, whether it is partnering with other management agencies all across the UK and then becoming part of Pillow. So rather than 2 companies in a random city fighting against each other, we become one company, we share the resources, we cut out all those duplicate costs. Meaning that if you've got 3 or 4 SA management companies in, let's say, Birmingham and Manchester, any city, they're all fighting for Google AdWords to get the same guests, they've all got staff dedicated to get those contractor bookings. What if everybody worked together and that money didn't get spent competing against other agents, but marketing your property to get you increased occupancy and higher room rates and no voids? So that's my vision with Pillow. This is why this is hexagon. It's like a hive of ants or bees or everyone working together so that we can all work towards a common goal. We're not working against each other, and everyone within the Pillow family are going to see the maximum benefits. So this is me very quickly articulating, and I haven't worn a shirt. I'm literally in the office today. I just want to make this video in between Christmas and New Year to share the vision. I would love everyone to be part of that. We don't want to be competing against individual landlords. We want them within part of the family. And our thing is, it doesn't matter what our management fees are, because you're going to be stronger together. If we charge you a management fee, by being part of this family, this big hive, this big collective working together, then you'll still make more money, because we will make you more money than doing it yourself. So I hope that makes sense. I guarantee, I promise is, it should be going forward, is that working with Pillow, because of all the things that we can do for you, because of the resources we have to get your property let, working with us should never cost you money. If you go alone or do it yourself or work with an agent that doesn't have as many resources, then you should earn less money than being part of us. Now, of course, we need to make a living with charging management fees. We're not going to be the cheapest, because as a company, my philosophy as the CEO is all the profit gets put back in to make us the strongest, the best and the largest in the UK. So you'll not see me making videos with Ferraris or Lamborghinis or driving fancy cars or going on fancy holidays. All the money is getting put back in to make us stronger together, because I want everyone within this market to succeed in the next few years. That in the next 3 years there will be, I think, 50 to 75% of people exiting because it's no longer profitable. I don't want that to be any of our clients. I want us to get the maximum occupancy, to get all the best direct bookings, for our resources to make our clients as bulletproof as we can going forward, to make sure we've got the best practice within our group and everyone within our Pillow family succeeds. And if people aren't with us, then that's totally up to them. We won't get everyone, but we don't want everyone, because not everybody can get their properties at 100%. There's so many service accommodation units, but the demand isn't there in some areas. So we don't need everyone, we don't want everyone, but what we want to do is make sure everyone that's with us is stronger together. And I'll do more videos on why this shape best represents that, but it is all round the hive thing of all working together, building something amazing and making sure that our clients are the best that they possibly can be over the next 3 years. More videos to come soon.